Monday morning to everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Monday, March 16th, 2020. Welcome to a new day, a new week, and to the new realities of the world in which we live. Let's hope everyone is in good spirits as we adjust and move along. It is the second hour of the mid-morning buzz here on GBN, as is Classic Radio. And in the second hour, we make the link with those of you on GBN Television and those of you who are joining us on the social handles. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Trust you guys had a good weekend. Nice and restful and peaceful. Not. Yeah, you're all over the supermarkets, right? Anyway, good morning to all of you. Welcome to our program. I have some wonderful folks with me here this morning from the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. It's General Manager Mrs. Lydia Courtney Francis and the Marketing Officer, Mr. Carlon Gabriel. So, you know, the Communal, they're very innovative and they continue to offer products and services that are both current and forward-thinking because, yeah. And so today they are here to talk about a Water for Life. They'll tell you what that is about, Water for Life, and of course your online services. And these are coming at this very opportune and very relevant and critical time. So good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Right. So tell us about this Water for Life and your online paperless transactions.
Okay, so thank you for having us. Good morning to Grenada and dare I say wherever else you are in the world, because we all are facing the same thing today, Brenda. Yeah. But both these items we're going to talk about this morning was always part of our strategic direction for 2020. When Communal envisaged the Water for Life product, it was in response to the acute water shortages that we know we suffer in Grenada around this time. Some Grenadians more than others, actually, and we saw this as a social issue. Okay. We believe that everybody must have access to water, regardless of your status in society. And so this water harvesting product is a very cheap solution we have implemented. And we are essentially saying we want Grenadians never to be without water again. I mean, I myself can testify to this, Brenda. I should give you a personal story here. Where I live, I've always been harvesting water.
Really?
Not because I want to, but more so because I have to. Okay. So for more than 15 years now, I have been harvesting water right here in Grenada. And it works. It works. Yeah. I have a significant storage capacity, and I believe I use more rainwater than pipe-borne water. I honestly believe so. Yeah. My bill speaks for itself. I may have to be careful saying that. But it is because we don't get Nawasa water that often where we live. Right. So what do? You throw up your hands in the air and say, no, water is one of the most essential elements in life.
Absolutely.
We all know that. But in the situation that we're facing today, Brenda, water, wash your hands.
Yeah.
You know? So now this Water for Life product is actually taking on a different spin for us.
Well, I mean, you guys forward thinking.
Yeah, because with the onslaught of COVID-19, the first and something that everybody can practice, inexpensive measure is wash your hands.
Absolutely.
Wash it often. Wash it with soap and water. If you don't have soap and water, then you go to the other methods. But first is soap and water, eh?
Yeah.
And the second thing we're here to talk about today, incidentally, is part of our strategic direction. We've always been saying, don't get in line, go online. Well, Brenda.
Don't get in line, go online.
Yes. Yes. And so those are the two things we're here to talk about today, specifically. And both Carlon and I would take you through them
great.
At different stages.
So don't get in line, go online. So that seems to be really fully aligned with what's happening. And of course, that's global, right? So give us some more details on your Water for Life, Mr. Gabriel, and how members may access the product from Communal.
Oh, okay. Well, first off, we're doing this in partnership with Jonas Brown and Hubbards.
Yes, they were here on Friday. Yes, they announced that.
Nice.
Well, that's amazing. For as low as, it's really affordable, and we try to make it affordable for everyone, for as low as $100 a month or $2.50 per day. Or as we say, a can of soda, you can get water delivered and installed. You get your tanks delivered and installed.
Wow.
The tank sizes come from, 200 gallons to 1,000 gallons. The protocol for the loan is very simple. Members chooses, the size of tank that they think they want. And we just take, your name, your address, the size of your household. But what we try to do is guide them, because NAWASA has a recommendation of having 3 days supply of water, 35 gallons per person.
Yes.
So we work within that to ensure that we are really and truly meeting their needs. Yeah, so a loans officer would approve the loan, based on analysis of the member and stuff. The cap is 5,000.
Okay.
Because we, again, work with Hubbards to get the prices right, because this is not something that we're just selling. This is something that is need, is a necessity. Hubbards is notified and the members' details, and they pick up, the Hubbards is doing such a great job. They're actually delivering the supplies.
And
and installation, everything.
Nice.
So we really worked out a really great deal for the general public.
Man, this sounds really worry-free. Is it that good?
Well, before Colin continues, I just want to say $5,000 is the upper limit, so that would be a $1,000 tank. I just wanted to clarify that.
Right.
So there may be members that need a 200-gallon tank or 400-gallon tank, obviously.
Right.
So we want to clarify that. We don't want people to think, oh, this is $5,000, I can't afford it.
Right.
We are making
Your
that
needs based on the cost.
based on the needs. So kick the soda can away. Drink water.
No. That and when you, like the soda can thing, it's just like it's a great sell. Because then you really get an understanding of what it is.
And how you can afford it. Because a lot of us buy sodas every day, right?
Oh.
Yeah, the guilty pleasure.
I try to stay away. I try. So yes, it's a worry-free decision for the members.
Yeah, absolutely. We try to make things as simple as possible for the members. And again, we know congregating in small spaces is a risk that we face for the transmission of the disease, and it doesn't seem like, it does seem like, COVID-19 is going to be a reality here. So we encourage members to apply online. We're in step with everything that's going, and we're not going to put people at risk congregating at a branch. So we have that online facility where members can, apply, stay in bed and apply.
Some of them looking at us, they might start doing that now.
Yeah. Some facts of the projects to note is that we take care of everything. We offer you a full package.
Okay.
Once you apply and approve, we install, deliver. You don't have to find a plumber, you don't have to find a mason, we do it all for you. The rainwater can be harvested by the system if you're able to do so, or if you choose to do so. But NAWASA water can also be stored by the system, so it's a dual system.
Wonderful.
And anyone can apply, because we're not doing this just for our members, we're doing this for Grenadians. For everyone, And this is a really good sell because it's no down payment. Yes, you don't have to make any down payment at all.
Right.
And repayment is, is based depending on the package you choose.
Okay.
How expensive the tank is, person can get up to 24 months to repay. So based on the package you choose, you get, the repayment rate could be as low as $250
Really?
per day.
Multiply that out to the month. I mean, we were serious. And I'm happy to hear you say that the diaspora is listening, because we want to call on them out there, you know. If you can assist your family back here,
By all means.
by all means, you know.
Yeah, lots of them building as well.
Yes.
So it might be a good thing to think about.
To think about. Yes, yes.
Very well. Very, very well said. It is 20 minutes gone past the hour of 11 o'clock. It is the mid-morning buzz. We are talking to the wonderful folks from the Communal Cooperative Credit Union, the General Manager, Mrs. Lydia Courtney Francis, and with her, their Marketing Officer, Mr. Carlon Gabriel. Yes, everything they say is true. So we testing them, all right? But when we come back, they have more to tell you. We're going to talk about online banking, which is so critical in this period here, and going paperless. Yeah, one of the things of COVID-19, we really see the world coming in line with the fact that we have to go paperless, yeah? So we take a quick break, folks. We'll be right back.
Are you bold, vibrant, full of color and life, with energy waiting to just burst out? That youthful vibe? Or are you a classic? You love the old school, but you still know how to keep it relevant. Kinda like a retro mix. Nah? Hey, maybe you're just refined. A fine, classy, chic piece of refined elegance. No matter who you are, Sissons has that outside color to match that inside feeling. Visit any of our retail or distribution outlets and ask for our tropical modern color collection. Sissons, good looks that last.
On the next Beyond the Headlines, the economic impact of the coronavirus as countries around the world shut down their cities, restrict travel, and cancel events. Observers say the global impact of COVID-19 threatens the ECCB's projected growth of 3.3% for 2020. On Monday, our panel of experts will look at the trickle-down effect on the various sectors, including travel and tourism, agriculture, and food security. The economic impact of the coronavirus on the next Beyond the Headlines with host Odette Campbell. Beyond the Headlines, Monday on GBN at 8:35 p.m.
I love the weekend. I love the weekend. No, some boy tell you right together. Yeah, oh. I love it, go. Yeah, oh. Trust me, I ain't working. The vibe's too nice, I ain't working now. Can't work this weekend. The vibe's too nice, I ain't working now. Weekend is for like man. The vibe's too nice, I ain't working. No way, no way, no way, no way. Monday, first day of the week, your shot well press and your back well park. Tuesday is going real slow and you're praying for the day to go by fast. Wednesday is the middle of the week and you're praying for Friday come back again. Thursday, man, you're fighting sleep. Your manager see and it's more problem. Friday, start everybody.
Buzz. It is 25 minutes gone past the hour of 11 o'clock. If you are just joining us this morning, we are speaking to the Communal Cooperative Credit Union through its General Manager, Mrs. Lydia Francis, and their Marketing Officer, Mr. Carlon Gabriel. And we're talking this morning about a Water for Life project and, of course, going paperless and going online. So you've been speaking for some time now, Mrs. Francis, from the communal about your intent to reduce the carbon footprint, and of course about going online and not standing in line, which you have already started. So why then do you consider today so important for the company?
Well, these two were always part of our 2020 strategic plan, as I said earlier. But today, more than ever, we feel that we need to reach out to our members, because this is about the safety of our members, the safety of our employees, the safety of Grenadians on a whole.
Right.
So this morning, we really want to make this call, and we also want to talk about some of the things we're going to do to ease the congregating, as the term is referred to, but in our case, the queuing in our office.
Right.
Because from the time we launched online banking, we have online banking, telephone banking, and we have the mobile app.
Okay.
We also have our international debit card. So those four together really is about not having to visit a branch.
Right.
And so with the onslaught of COVID-19, we find that safety is going to be critical at this time. We can't put any of our people at risk.
Absolutely.
And we want to embrace what the WHO guideline is all saying. So
So absolutely no queuing to make deposits?
that is where we want to go.
Okay.
Now currently our Grandlands Business Center, which we launched last year, is fully equipped to do that. So we can actually turn the key on that today, tomorrow for instance, because we have an external check deposit box and we do have a night deposit at Grandlands. But we're not just saying checks and the safety deposit. We're going to open up this service to members who are actually depositing cash as well.
Okay.
So as the week rolls out, we're going to ask you when you enter. So it's not just you walk into any of our offices anymore. We're going to ask you the purpose of your visit. If it is the deposit, we're going to ask that you use the express deposit services. So let me take this opportunity to say to members, start preparing yourself.
Right.
If you come into the communal to do your deposit as usual, prepare it in an envelope.
Okay.
Yeah? Make sure you have the pertinent details for such a deposit.
Right.
Name, address, account number if you know it, or your proper number. Contact details where we can reach you. Details of what is in the envelope, 2 by 100, 5 by 10s, whatever it is. Sign it. Enclose everything. If you come with that prepared, then that is much easier.
Right.
You use the express deposit service. If not, and you come to the office, of course we'll be marketing this. We'll be using Facebook, we'll be engaging. This is just the beginning of it, Brenda. But we want to say today that we want to why did we ever make people queue to deposit? And not that I'm thinking about it, I'm wondering myself. But
social
and please,
culture.
Please, as far as possible, this is not just a communal thing. Let's stop sharing things like pens.
Yeah.
Use your own pen.
Yeah.
I mean, I think all of us would own a pen.
Yeah. Use
your own pen for your own safety.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So until you spend, you have somebody else spend, wash your hands.
Yes, wash your hands. Do the proper thing.
Yeah.
Members can rest assured, of course, that those deposits will be well managed as commercial deposits are managed. They will be opened with dual custody, which means it's 2 persons opening the deposits. So the cash will be counted in the presence of 2 persons. It will be verified against what was deposited. But we know sometimes you can have, we're not saying it's going to happen, but sometimes even when big companies do a deposit, the bank will call you and say, we've opened your deposit, you said it was such and such, we found 5 10s and 10 5s. So there might be a little bit of an error that can be agreeable. We want persons to have the confidence that the deposit will be treated in the manner in which it is pretty much done for any commercial. And we really, really want to encourage not just us, but if everybody in the financial services sector could move to that.
I'm thinking this is something that needs to become a protocol.
Yes,
as we go through this very trying time.
Very trying time.
Indeed, it's revolutionary too, and it's transformative.
Yes.
There's a lot of things happening.
Well, they say it's unusual times calls for.
Unusual measures.
Yes.
So this is a very bold step for the communal, yes, in very unusual times. But obviously, it's well in line with the response for COVID-19, managing persons in one space, social distancing, 6 feet. Let me go across it. So
Me too.
just a joke. And full foresight by your organization. So what else are you doing in this regard?
Well, before I hand over to Carlin to speak on this, because marketing is his speciality, so
Right.
I think he'd be better equipped. But they said 2020 is like clear vision, right? 2020 vision.
Yeah, but they didn't want us.
This one they didn't warn us about.
Right.
So Carlin is gonna speak about the whole online trust. But while I spoke about deposits earlier, we want to see if we can treat withdrawals in a similar manner as far as possible.
Right.
Then let us do so. We know we have the ATMs, and we know a lot of our members have international debit cards.
Right.
So this is my call to them. Pull out your debit card. If you applied for one from us before and you're not using it, because this is not about just now, Brenda. I want us to think down the road.
Yeah.
Should the branches have to
Yeah.
close,
Close
Brenda?
its doors, yeah. Yeah. Yes.
And members need cash.
Yes.
Or to shop for that matter, because you can also shop with that card. I don't want you to be the communal member with regrets. Yeah. So my call this morning is to get out your ATM card, dust it, see if it has expired. Stocks are limited. Yeah. So if yours is about to expire or has expired, have a conversation with us.
Right.
Yeah, and don't come in to do that, try online or phone or something.
Right.
Yes, because the whole objective here is to minimize the amount of
Contact.
Yes, contact. So if we reduce the deposits, for instance, and know what we have to do is just withdrawals, and it's only for those persons who have to, then it will be easy to maintain the social distancing,
Correct.
to improve,
Correct.
we acknowledging our responsibility
Yeah.
that this is what we have to do.
Yeah.
So, we have begun to tell members, so we know it's a hard thing to do. Well, I don't want to say we will make it so, but we will try and put measures in place
Right.
to identify as far as possible, if we have to, where the social distancing
Yeah.
is when members come into an office. So they may, and we ask for the patience and understanding during this
Oh,
period,
definitely.
because it's for the benefit of all of us.
All of
We
us.
didn't come here today to speak about COVID-19. We just came to speak about Water for Life and internet banking going paperless, and this is where we've ended. This is
Yeah.
where we are.
Yes.
So I hand you over to Carlin quickly so that he can take you through what we're doing in the real online banking space and what we want to encourage.
All right. Yes, Colin, tell us once more.
Good morning, Brenda. Thank you again for giving us the opportunity
Yeah.
to be
And let me
here.
just say before we move on, I think this information is helping everyone. Everyone have accounts.
Yes.
They may not be with a communal, but I'm sure this sensitization and awareness you're doing here with your projects and platforms, everyone is now probably just asking them, okay, so let me call my bank, let me call my credit union, wherever they are, and sort
Exactly.
myself out. Because as you
And
rightfully say,
that's a national
it does-
thing.
correct, it applies to everyone.
Yes, that's a national thing.
Yeah. Scotland.
Well, first I would like to say, we feel very excuse me.
Is that a call?
Listen, it is okay. It is okay to clear your throat. It is okay. Do not style for your sneeze.
I was wondering, could I do this? Should I do this?
I see you sit on here for the longest while and you're just stifling this
Yes, as if
thing.
you wanted-
Listen,
Let
do
it out.
not just do what you need to do. Don't stifle your sneeze. It's normal to sneeze. Go ahead.
All right. So, at Communal, we feel very passionate about living our mission, to improve the lives of our members. We are continually looking at ways to improve their experience. Vision 2020 is definitely geared toward things like reducing our carbon footprint and doing everything else, possible, either online or with our Connex International debit cards, So we want members to take advantage of this to reduce visits, to the office, especially during these times. We have to be safe. We have to maintain distance. Currently, we have a loan application live online.
Okay.
If you're an online user, you can select it on the login page. If you're a mobile app user, it's there for you as one of the options. And if you don't have either of those, we encourage that you sign up.
Okay.
Today. Today.
Like now.
Like now.
Okay, right.
Like last week.
Okay.
Alternatively, you could visit our website, and that's www.thecommunalcu.com, and click on the online banking page, either to sign up for online banking or to apply for the loan.
Okay.
It's real easy. We are encouraging all of our members, who would like to take advantage on our Water for Life loan to use this option first, for your application process. Because we need to keep moving more and more into that direction of the digital space. Let IT help us, But, not just for this loan or during this period, but we're encouraging our members to reduce personal contact for all loans. We encourage our members to use the online platform at the first option before thinking about visiting any of our offices.
Right.
This can be done from the comfort of your home. We know people are busy, so much going on. To waste time, sitting in line, waiting, queuing up, this sort of thing. No.
Okay.
We value people's time, and we know time is money. And we want our members to have a lot of it. So we're creating a facility where
Cash
they
is
could...
king.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, good. So it seems like you're definitely working on your carbon footprint, and what an opportune time.
Yes, indeed. I mean, we're literally attempting to put all the transaction, all the services of the branch in the palm of our members' hands. Therefore, members can check balances, they can do transfers, including third-party transfers. They could get e-receipts for when you do your transactions.
Okay.
We give you a balance amount, we tell you how much you just spent. To sign up, just sign up for the statements, just have their payroll sent to us. A business could send the payroll and we straight into the account. We manage that for you.
Okay.
So that the business owners can, focus more on their business and not these tasks. Or they could do the deposits. Mrs. Francis just, told us about granddance. We have night deposits, we have, the check-in deposits and stuff. And in this period, we're accepting cash. So take advantage, And our members should stay tuned for more and other developments on online banking. We'll make this service a truly one-stop, We have so much more in store, but we can't, let it out.
All right, just concentrating on this period.
Yep.
Yes.
Indeed. As you mentioned, granddance, though, I hear a lot of good feedback about your office there. Well, not your physical office, but the people who make the office.
Yes.
Your team members.
Yes.
So I hear a lot of good things about it. And I realized why. I saw some of them in a picture the other day. I won't call any names. Good morning. They are lovely people that you've placed there. You handpicked them.
Let's just say we want to make Grandance a model institution.
Right.
And then it's like the beginning of our transformation.
Yeah.
And then,
A new personality.
the rest
type
would fall in
of
line.
your business, yeah.
Because I believe strongly in service, Brenda. I believe very, very strongly in service. That's one of my passions. Service for people. I believe that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
But all my life I've been in non-profit organizations,
Yes.
giving of myself. And I believe we all have to give back in some way. So, yes, I would say yes, Grand and staff was handpicked. I will acknowledge that much.
Okay, all right.
And we do pass that on to them because we get a lot of that as well. I must tell
Yeah,
you.
I hear. I
Yeah.
mean, I hear a lot of good things about the communal at Grandlands, and I saw a photo on Facebook the other day. I was like, oh, that's where they are.
Don't get me wrong. Every business has its challenges, and this is a work in progress. We know we have things to fix, but we want to give members the assurance that we are working on them step by step by step.
Wonderful.
Yes.
All right, so yep, let's say the final comments from you, Mrs. Francis.
So let's just go with the WHO and the guidance we're getting out there, for the safety of our people and the stability of all organizations. Because if we keep pace with what is happening in the world and the closures, we would see the real disruption that this disease is likely to cause.
Right.
And all we're trying to do is to find a balance between public safety and preventing social and economic disruption as far as possible.
Right.
So you've heard about our Water for Life loan. You've heard about our Trust online banking. We encourage people to get on board with us. We're facing a pandemic, Brenda. A disease that is actively spreading across the continent, across the world. Containment is the best tactic.
Correct.
Containment is the best tactic.
Correct.
Because I don't know that any country can avoid this. The WHO has said so. So, I mean, I'm just speaking after them. And so we really, really want to encourage people to do the right thing. Reduce transmissions and save lives. And we know these things, Brenda. These things.
Yeah.
Let's just kind of keep them together. I don't have to go over what the medical experts are saying. But I also want to echo the isolation. If you're not feeling well, don't come out.
I agree.
I mean, just see this as being your brother's keeper and you don't want to infect anyone. Self-quarantine. Brenda, if I wake up tomorrow morning and I'm not feeling well, I will not go to work.
Right.
That is my position.
Right.
It is very important. I don't know how we can overemphasize it, but if each individual Grenadian do the right thing, then it will be for the safety of our nation.
Absolutely.
And those are the words I want to leave with our members, with the general public, with the financial institutions, with everybody. Let's just be our brother's keeper in this instance and sign up for Save for Life and sign up for online banking.
Absolutely.
Oh, sorry, I may have said some of your stuff.
Maybe.
We have someone calling.
You could reiterate.
Let's see if somebody have a question.
Take a call?
Let's
Okay,
take a
sure.
question. Good morning.
Morning, Sister Brenda.
Morning, Miss Jacob. You have a question? Do you have a question?
Yes.
Okay, quickly.
Question, but not on Grenada, eh? Why? I want to know what...
We have the communal here now, so we're dealing with their matters.
Their matters with what? Money business or with the virus agono?
Money business. How we can get through this time with COVID, how the credit union are handling their customers and the rest of us.
Well, this is credit union. I like credit union. I was in credit union. My aunt and them was in St. Dominic credit union.
Okay.
I wonder if you know about St. Dominic credit union.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was in it.
Take care.
Okay,
bye-bye.
Love you. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. All right. So, Mr. Gabriel?
Yeah. At the communal, we're guided by the WHO and our Ministry of Health only.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of misinformation going around, but we only take direction from the WHO and our Ministry of Health. We have posted, COVID-19 hygiene signage throughout our buildings and our own Facebook page and at our ATMs, reminding people to wash your hands, sanitize, We will be reducing all branch traffic from non-employees, visitors, because we need to keep people safe. We are posting positive, friendly signage on our in-house screens, stay positive, do not panic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nothing good comes from panicking.
Nope.
And while we are able to continue to serve our primary objective is to keep our community safe.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So thanks for having us, and we wish you and the team at GBN keep safe during this time.
Yeah, we have to, because we have to continue to inform you.
Yes, we need you more than ever.
We're on the front lines.
Yeah.
You need me more than ever. You had to pray for me.
Yes, I mean, you're one of the institutions that cannot close.
Absolutely.
I mean, you may have to broadcast remotely, but
Let's pray to God that we get through this. Yep.
We're all
Let's pray to God that
praying.
we get through this, and we have to get through this together.
Yes.
Thank you for doing your bit, though.
Thank you so
Thank you
much
for doing
for
your bit.
having us.
When you started to plan your Water for Life and your online, you did your paperless project. You never you didn't know.
We'd fall smack bang in the middle of this. Yes.
Yeah. Proper prior planning.
Yes, that's
Because you
what
just
it's done.
never know.
Yeah.
You just never know.
Yeah. And say hi back to my friend online who shouted out us earlier.
Yes, they said online. Who else? They had somebody. The depot was there saying something. He is asking how are we handling contaminated cash.
Oh well.
Anything in place for it?
Yeah. So even before today, we've put in place the recommendations. All stations are sanitized, and I should make that point. We have in-house cleaning. Regularly during the day. Each of our telestations have been sanitizing. Of course, we had gloves, but we know the situation with supplies, so that is out the window. We're using menthol. I see you have your bottle here. So so we have those too. Carlin referred to the signs we've posted in the ATM. We're looking for supplies that we can keep in the ATM as well. That is overly difficult, but what we want to say to people is you do what you have to do as individuals as well.
Absolutely.
Soap and water. I mean, start putting your little bottle of water in your van and your soap and you know that kind of thing. Ride with
in
your supplies.
Little Ziploc.
Carry it with you in your purse. If your walk bag is big enough, because hand sanitizer is running out, has run out. So we're doing our part in keeping the environment safe, but we also want to push the envelope on the congregation.
All right. Someone is asking, what are the, if I was to apply for the loan now, what would be the procedures that I need to work around in terms of the documents that need to get to you?
Also, again, we're online. You email all your documents to us. Most of our members, we will know, and we're checking out the act to see what it says. The digital act to see what it says.
If we can use email verification.
Yeah, use email, but all now I want members to know that we take email documents. You don't email all your documents, your pay slip, your letter of offer, your proof of address. And we don't keep paper anymore, Brenda. All of that is scanned up on the members. So even if you bring it, we give it back to you. So email it now and let's help save some paper. Don't print it.
We're going paperless.
We're on that journey.
Time to go paperless. Save the trees. God, we need them. Battling so many things.
We're on that journey.
Oh, boy.
So we're accommodating, and if they're unsure, then just give us a call.
Absolutely. It's been an absolute pleasure talking to both of you this morning. Coming in at a time where we need to start focusing on other areas of our lives as we move through this. So thanks for doing this, and I trust that I'm sure we're going to be hearing from more businesses and organizations as they adjust to suit what is happening. So our very best wishes.
Thanks
to you and your team and your family by extension.
Thank you.
Stay safe.
Thanks and the same.
Thanks a lot.
All right. Somebody saying no money in your bosom.
No,
oh Lord.
Keep it on your debit card, and when you need it, either spend it if this shop accepts it, or come and get.
But money in your bosom might be safe. It's not a mucous membrane.
Wow.
We take a quick break. We'll be right back. Oh boy. welcome back to the mid-morning buzz. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. And we're just moving up to 12 o'clock by some 10 minutes. Yeah. So we're just going to use the remaining moments on the program here just to give you some health. And I call them myth busters. Myth busters. MYTH hyphen busters. Because, going around now, us and our home remedies and all of that. So here are some myth busters from the CDC, that's the Centers for Disease Control. Now, from eating garlic to rinsing your nose with saline, an abundance of information on the novel coronavirus has been making the rounds on social media. Now, check out these mythbusters from the WHO, the CDC, and the Specialized Agency of the United Nations, which has a primary role of directing international health and leading its partners in global health responses. All right, 1. COVID-19 virus can be transmitted in areas with hot and humid climates. It can. From the evidence so far, COVID-19 virus can be transmitted in all areas, including areas with hot and humid weather. Regardless of climate, we should adopt protective measures if we live in or travel to an area reporting COVID-19. Now, the best way to protect yourself against COVID-19 is by frequently cleaning your hands. By doing this, you eliminate viruses that may be on your hands and will avoid infection that could occur by then touching your eyes, mouth, and nose. Cold weather and snow cannot kill the new coronavirus. There is no reason to believe that cold weather can kill the coronavirus or other diseases. The normal human body temperature remains around 36.5 degrees Celsius to 37 degrees Celsius, regardless of the external temperature of weather. The most effective way to protect yourself against a virus is by frequently cleaning the hands with alcohol-based hand rub or washing them with soap and water. Here's another. Taking a hot bath does not prevent COVID-19. Taking a hot bath will not prevent you from catching COVID. Your normal body temperature remains around 36.5 to 37, regardless of the temperature of your bath or your shower. Actually, taking a hot bath with extremely hot water can be harmful, as it can burn you. The new coronavirus cannot be transmitted through mosquito bites. I'm seeing a lot of this one being debated on social media. The new coronavirus cannot be transmitted through mosquito bites. To date, there has been no information nor evidence to suggest that the new coronavirus could be transmitted by mosquitoes. The new coronavirus is a respiratory virus which spreads primarily through droplets generated when an infected person coughs or sneezes, or through droplets of saliva or discharge from the nose. To protect yourself, clean your hands frequently. Alcohol-based, soap and water. Avoid close contact with anyone who is coughing or sneezing. Are hand dryers effective in killing the new coronavirus? No. Hand dryers are not effective in killing COVID-19, and we know what to do to protect ourselves. Can ultraviolet disinfection lamp kill the new coronavirus? UV lamps should not be used to sterilize hands or other areas of the skin, as UV radiation can cause skin irritation. How effective are thermal scanners in detecting people infected with the new coronavirus? Thermal scanners are effective in detecting people who have developed a fever, that is, have a higher than normal body temperature because of the infection with coronavirus. So the thermal scanners we have on places like the airport, remember when we had Zika, they installed those? So they can pick up people with a higher body temperature. However, there must be some sort of symptomatic thing showing for those with coronavirus, all right? Because they have to become sick and develop a fever. So they can be treated as persons of interest, but the thermal scanner picking them up does not necessarily mean that they have corona. Can spraying alcohol or chlorine all over your body kill the new coronavirus? No. Spraying alcohol or chlorine all over your body will not kill viruses that have already entered your body. Spraying such substances can be harmful to clothes or even to the mucous membranes, that is, your eyes, nose, and mouth. Be aware that both alcohol and chlorine can be useful to disinfect surfaces, but they need to be used under appropriate recommendations. Do vaccines against pneumonia protect you against corona? No. Vaccines against pneumonia, such as pneumococcal vaccine and Haemophilus influenzae type B vaccine, do not provide protection against corona. The virus is so new and different that it needs its own vaccine, and researchers are working to develop a vaccine against COVID-19, and the World Health Organization is supporting their efforts. Although these vaccines are not effective, vaccination against respiratory illnesses is highly recommended to protect your health. And can regularly rinsing your nose with saline help prevent infection with the new coronavirus? No. There is no evidence that regularly rinsing the nose with saline has protected people from infection with the new coronavirus. There is some limited evidence that regularly rinsing nose with saline can help people recover more quickly from the common cold. However, regularly rinsing the nose has not been shown to prevent respiratory infections. And can eating garlic help prevent infection with the new coronavirus? This one is making the rounds a lot too. Garlic is a healthy food that may help some antimicrobial properties. However, there is no evidence that from the current outbreak that eating garlic has protected people from the new coronavirus. And finally, does the new coronavirus affect older people, or are younger people also susceptible? People of all ages can be infected by the new coronavirus. Older people and people with pre-existing medical conditions such as asthma, diabetes, heart disease appear to be more vulnerable to becoming severely ill with the virus. The WHO advises people of all ages to take steps to protect themselves from the virus. For example, by following good hand hygiene, good respiratory hygiene, and isolating or quarantining yourself if you detect you are sick. And that was some COVID-19 Mythbusters, and that came from the World Health Organization, the agency of the United Nations that has primary role for directing international health, and the Centers for Disease Control. And that's our program. Thanks, everyone. Let's continue to keep all of ourselves and our family and our neighbors and everyone safe. Make sure we're getting factual information. And those of us who can, we are sensitizing and educating and keeping calm as much as we can. Stay tuned. The midday edition of news is coming up next. Until then, bye-bye.